Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Manchester United versus. Hey, what's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Manchester United versus Bournemouth. 3-0. And if we're being honest, it could have been 5-0. One that hit the post, the other one that was disallowed goal. Two actually disallowed goal. So it could have been a 6-0. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This could have been. This could have been a complete nightmare. I know it is. For Man United fans. For me, I actually appreciate it, and it's not so much because of the way they play, but a couple of players that I wouldn't say impressed me, but actually did better than they usually do. So I am content with this game. I am happy with the way Manchester United play, more or less. The actual situation and where they're at, the mindset, yeah, I'm not, obviously, not at all. I don't recognize this team. It's like anytime I watch Milan play, it just seems odd. It's such a contrast to what I used to watch, the Milan that everybody remembers in the 2000s. And the same thing has to be said about this United. They just don't resemble the United that I grew up while watching. And I think I'm lucky. I'm one of the few lucky people on this planet to not have watched football for the last 10 years, and so I didn't have to really, not so much suffer because I'm not a fan, but just be displeased every weekend or during Champions League. I mean, I don't think they qualified for a lot of Champions League, right? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this United team, bottom of the barrel. Now, the game, if I could simplify it, for me, the game, they were playing good, especially after that first goal from Bournemouth. They were playing pretty good. They weren't panicking. You could see that they were going for the tie. They were looking for the goal. They had the most possession. They were able to break past the first line. And Bournemouth was pressing like nobody's business. There were a lot of fouls in the beginning, like innocent fouls, little fouls here and there. But United were, playing through the middle, playing through the wings, but just couldn't make anything inside of Bournemouth's final third. Nothing. So credit to Bournemouth on that part. They did an amazing job just blocking any road to be able to be a menace inside Bournemouth's box. Nothing. The only one I could remember was something in the second half with Højlund, and the first half vividly Maguire's header. That was it. That's the only thing. After that, it was blocked. It was corner, blocked again, deflection, but nothing really that would really threaten Bournemouth at all. But then everything else, they were doing just fine. A couple mistakes here and there, obviously, right? And then the goals that they gave away, yes. The first goal from McTominay, what the hell? Even though maybe you can say that Bruno Fernandes, that pass maybe was questionable. But for me, McTominay had a huge part in that goal because he glanced. He knew that the guy was coming. And McTominay isn't no pansy. He's no weakling. He's a very aggressive player. And it was just bizarre to see this guy knowing that the guy's coming, charging full force, and you just let him intercept. You just let him take the ball. I thought he was going to foul him. I thought he was going to chase him. Did not even twitch. Just, I scored the 2 goals the last game, so I don't really have to, nothing's going to come out of it. Oh, goal? We'll get it back. I'll score. He just didn't seem like he gave an F, That was weird. So after that, they made some mistakes, some players here and there. But I was impressed with Martial. I was very impressed with Martial. I just couldn't believe that this guy was actually not losing the ball. There was one that I think was McTominay or maybe Bruno Fernandes that gave him a nice pass inside the box, and he just lost it. But after that, he was dropping back, taking his marker. He was, finding the spaces, running with the ball and actually carrying the ball and not losing the ball. Passing the ball. Simple stuff. He wasn't, I'm not talking about complicated things, but anytime I watch this guy, he can't even do simple things. This game, he was actually legit. Yeah, he was doing well. Do I still think he should have been subbed? Absolutely. Do I still think he should not even be on the bench? 100%. Yeah, he shouldn't be on the bench. You got to get rid of that guy. But this game, it was interesting seeing him play well. Yeah, I was happy with his performance. Oddly enough, I don't know. It sounds weird to say that. Garnacho, another one. He's becoming like the Saka of United. He at least he cuts in. He takes the defender down the line. He tries to do something different, but it's just not. He's just not as quick anymore, not as lively, as active. It's like he's lost that spark pretty much that he had when he debuted. He doesn't have that anymore. He seems like a very run of the mill player. Credits him because he's hustling, but it's just not cutting it. I mean, what good is it? His work ethic when he's not really. There's no danger. Anytime he had the ball, I was hoping that because I knew he was going to lose the ball or not make much of the ball. He was just going to pass it back. I just thought, please, if you're going to lose it by a deflection, a corner, or make it seem like, I don't know, like you had 3-4 play. I don't know. It's just stress. It's starting to become stressful seeing Alejandro Garnacho with the ball and not really making anything out of it. I hate to criticize him. I want to back him up, but he's just not cutting it. He's just not cutting. He's not able to take. He's not able to pass a player, to get past a player. Simple as that. And anytime he has the ball, it's just like, and he wants the ball. I like that he's always asking for the ball, right? But maybe it's just this whole mindset. It's not easy to shake off, and it's affecting him. It's affecting him as well. McTominay, like I said, he was looking good that first half, and then obviously giving the ball away in the first goal, and then I think it was the Solanke's shot that hit the post. I think that was the one, or was it? Yeah, I think it was that one that he also, didn't know what to do with the ball, lost the ball. Fernandez, he's the only one I could say. Everybody is like a baseline. Everyone's like a foot soldier, and then he's like the peak. He's like a little peak in the, in the team where he more or less something, he does something different, but it's just not enough, and he can't do it by himself. I really don't blame him. I can't say anything more. I mean, when he shines, he shines, but yeah, he just he has that temper, obviously, and I don't blame him. Really hard, really tough time to be playing football right now. Shaw, he needed to come out. Garnacho needed to come out. I'm happy Rashford came in because, again, he didn't do anything, but the same effort that I was talking about with Martial, we saw that effort with Rashford. I was happy with that effort because the last couple of games that he was starting, no effort whatsoever. And in this game, you saw him running, hustling. I think one of the first plays, he went all the way back to defend, caught up to the guy, and dispossessed him. But again, not scoring, not even getting close to scoring. Yeah, really, really sad. Really sad. Højlund also, had a pretty decent game. Maguire looks. I'm sorry, but Maguire looks so solid in the back. Besides that error for the disallowed goal, I don't know if he didn't hear them, telling him, or nobody spoke to him, warning him that he had someone in the back. But still, he should know better, obviously. But that's just not. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that's just not his place to be in the middle like that. He's not. He's not as swift, cunning, he's no Busquets, It takes a special mind to be able to, and he has plenty of space, but he's just not that player. You could tell he's just very oafish, very sluggish. But besides that, there was a play, that double tackle. He just looks good. But then again, that's not saying much because this team is so mediocre at this point that is he good? I don't know. Is he good or are they just that bad, But he looks good. In my opinion, this game, he looked really good, really solid. And almost scored, like I said at the beginning. The one person that I thought had a chance to because he was the only one that was providing something different, and it seemed like he had access. He was the one to take United to the promised land, to be able to score a goal because he was on fire, and they did not need to take. Why did you take him out? Anthony was having, again, compared to the way everybody else is playing, that they're not playing that well. Can you say that he was having a good game? He was both offensively and defensively. I was very impressed with his defensive game because the way he was just dropping back, and at one point I said, he's gonna get a yellow right now, and he ended up taking the ball away from the left back, and then ended up dribbling him and some other guy that tried to double team him, and then he got the ball again, and he dribbled past them again, the same two guys, right? He didn't get the foul, but after that, just the effort, when he went to lunge for the ball for the clearance that Neto was trying to clear out, and he didn't get to the ball, but he did complicate things for Neto, because I think it ended up going to Fernandez, and United attacked. So he looked decent. He looked really good. His passing also, was very on point. Sometimes that's also something that's in his game that just, he needs to pass. He needs to shoot when he needs to pass, and he has to pass when he needs to shoot. But this game he was well. He was doing really good. Really enjoyed seeing Antony, and I was pissed off when he was coming out. I was like, why are you taking him out? Not to say that Palestri looked good, but I mean, not enough time to do anything, or just didn't have opportunities to do much. The speed was there. The desire was there, but it didn't really amount to anything. So I think Antony should have just stayed on the field. So yeah, sad times for United, and I still think last year. Now I can say that because it's been almost a year that I've been watching football, and I think it was a fluke last year. This United team never looked like they were gonna compete for anything. It just the goals that they were scoring, or Rashford was scoring, and everybody was, I guess, riding on that wave of scoring goals. But because after that, they just don't look like they have that competitive edge. They don't look like a competitive team to be able to fight for trophies, to be able to play any European tournament. They don't look like it. And now I can say they never did. They never did. It was just the goals that Rashford was providing, and everybody else that was just riding that wave of just them doing well, and the changes that with Ronaldo leaving and Ten Hag arriving. But this team needs something else. They need something else. I don't know what it is. I think the players, they're just mediocre at best. And that's hard to say because I like a lot of these players. Shaw, Dalo, Wan-Bissaka. But something needs to give. I don't know what it is, but something needs to give. And I don't think it's so much Ten Hag either. You could bring in whoever you want. That new coach that's changing things up in Brazil, or I don't know, that other coach that won the league in the Calcio or whatever. Like, I don't think that's going to change things up. It's going to be really a complete takeover of the players. A complete swoop of these players. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is that this game was actually a good game. I thought United were playing well. It was only towards the end that they started to, kind of fall apart, and obviously Bournemouth just taking advantage, just being more clinical. Because if Chelsea, for instance, had the same opportunities that Bournemouth did, they never would have scored. This would have been probably a 1-0, right? And that would have actually gave United the false hope to be able to win. And I think that's more or less what happened in the United versus Chelsea game. So Bournemouth, I mean, credit to them. They're on point, sharp. And United are just missing that. Do I think they need a number 9? Yes, they do need a number 9. Is it going to solve all their problems? For the time being, if you get the right guy, yeah, I think they should do everything they can the next transfer window they should drop whatever it is that they're doing, remodeling the stadium or, investing in, the youth squad, and try to get themselves a number 9, just to temporarily, stop that leak. That's it. That's what I think they should do for now, for the time being. Anyways, guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Still thinking over how they lost 3-0. Could have been a 5-0. But thank you so much, as I said, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.